price that for you.
That's good stuff. I'm talking about football.
Oh, what are you, Florida State?
Oklahoma. They took a big hit. Dropped them down to 9.
I'm a Penn State fan, so we can move it up just a little bit more when you guys went out. I think 4th or 5th.
5, right?
I think 5th.
Yeah. Sophomore quarterback you guys got. Man, it's doing
See the watch party?
Oh, yeah. You put on a watch party? We'll be ready to rock. No pun intended. Should we just go to the site, I guess? Is that what you do?
Go to the Facebook page.
I'll go to our Facebook page. Hit start?
Yeah, it's fine. Scroll down and should be the first post on there.
Oh yeah, we're actually in the live stuff. Hey Julia, appreciate you joining. Hope you had a great weekend. Can you move the camera down a little bit? Because it's not getting the whole screen.
Like that.
It's like crooked.
It's the table.
It's the table? Maybe it's us that's crooked.
Maybe.
I don't know. Alright.
9 o'clock.
It is 9 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down. Rusty, you might want to do the same thing. I'm going to keep this open so I can make sure to say some shout outs to Michael. Appreciate you joining the show. My name is Rick Brown. This is the Inside Scoop with the Brown Home Group. And to my left is Rusty. What is your last name, Rusty?
Moore.
I think you're like Cher. I only call you Rusty. So
Rusty Moore.
Rusty Moore with ADT Security Systems. And we're going to talk to Rusty here on the show today and kind of find out a little bit about the security system world. But first off, I want to send out a huge shout out to Timber Creek High School football for winning district champions this weekend, or Friday night. They came in to the game. I'm not even sure if they were an underdog, because I think they were like 7-1 or something.
Well.
But ended up dominating the Winter Park Wildcats. But we do want to say it was a really good game. However, I guess they will now be playing the rest of their season and then going on to the playoffs.
Did they play Dr. Phillips this year?
That I don't know.
No,
they don't play. I don't think they. Oh yeah. No, actually, one of their first games. I think it might have been their only loss.
Oh really? Well, I didn't know that. I didn't bring that up on purpose.
Good job there, Rusty.
Yeah, my bad.
For bringing that up. Anyway, that being said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I see Christopher Grooms. You're on. Love it. Awesome. Man, I really need eyes. I can't see anything today. Damien, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Jared. Awesome. So, that being said, we want to go ahead and get started because this guy likes to talk a lot, and so do I. So, we'll try to keep this down to a half hour.
Yeah.
But, so Rusty, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Guys, you'll see on the back of our heads Rusty's information. You want to reach out to Rusty by his mobile number at 407-401-2582, or you can email him at rusty@adtrusty.com. Ooh, you got your own little email and everything. That's good stuff, right?
Everyone reads it wrong. They say AED Trusty, and it's not it. But yeah, ADT Rusty.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you for being here. Rusty, I know you for the business world, but I really don't know you personally. And obviously, we thank you for what you do for Brown Home Group and how you take care of our clients. But this is just me a way of saying thank you and giving back. So you have the floor here to talk about your business and what we can do to help you. So let's start off with who is Rusty?
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
100%.
So I grew up here in Orlando. Well, born in Pennsylvania, but we moved here when I was a month old. Okay. So over in the Dr. Phillips area, my parents built a house. Grew up Dr. Phillips Elementary, Dr. Phillips High School. Been here my whole life. Currently live in Winter Garden.
Okay.
Played high school baseball. Played college baseball. I got drafted by the Padres, played professional baseball. In that process, in the off season, I started working with ADT as a sales rep, door to door, door knocking sales, and work with them in the off season. Unfortunately, couldn't hit with a wood bat, so that was a short-lived career.
It's not hard, right? I mean, you go from because I played high school, and then you go high school to college, college to pros, and you go from aluminum to wood. And
yeah, it goes mid 80s fastballs to low 90s in college to mid to high 90s in pros.
So you would think that,
and then an aluminum bat to a wood bat. That's a game changer.
Right.
So not a long storied career professionally.
Okay.
When I got done, went back, started working with ADT as well. A year after that, opened up my own dealership or franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Had it now. We're going on 15 years.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Right here in Orlando.
Yes, but we are we can install and work in 44 states. So we're networked in with ADT for that.
Wow. Well, first off, I didn't even know you played baseball. That's pretty cool. So that's something, a little something.
No, if you look at my minor league stats, it's not barely called baseball that I played, but
okay. So you rode the pine a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, you made it there. There's a lot of us that don't get there. So for what it's worth, congrats. That's awesome.
Thanks.
So can you explain to the audience what kind of incentives do you give to the clients?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, agents out there, you want to be listening because Rusty does a lot for our clients and pretty much gives us credit for it. So far as what kind of incentives do you offer?
Yep. So about 3 years ago, we changed our model from outdoor sales reps, doing the door knocking thing, to working directly with real estate agents. And that's how you and I met.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I decided to give all the real estate agents the ability to give their clients 6 free months as a closing gift of ADT. And for the agents watching on here, they're probably already tuned off when they saw ADT, but all these, every time there's a closing, they get harassed by all these other ADT representatives to get their business, and they bribe them, want to give them gift cards. Well, we built a big network of real estate agents that care more about their clients than getting a gift card. So, like yourself, where you want to add value to your business.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so we give you the ability as a closing gift. Here's 6 free months of ADT, and then I take it from there. Your clients can reach out to me directly.
Yeah. And I will say, I get inundated with phone calls, as I imagine a lot of agents out there. We get calls saying, hey, we're going to give you a $200 gift card, and it's going to go in your pocket. But you don't know how much it really does go over with the client when obviously we let them know that we have a relationship with you and that 6 months of service. So explain that a little bit, because I know that 6 months or the monies can be kind of split up, because I know for some of my clients, they don't want this or they want that. They want extra cameras, things like that.
Absolutely.
So it's not just 6 months of service, right?
Yeah, no system's ever the same. There'll be an agent that said, hey, I want 2 extra cameras. So we can trade that around. We had someone the other day that was in a new home consult with Meritage Homes, and they called and they were just about to pay $2,500 for a pre-wire. Okay. I said, hold on, let me call Rusty real quick. Called me, and I said, hey, well, how many doors and windows do we need to protect? And I think it was 17 or 18. And we ended up using that 6-month credit, applying it in. We did the whole house for free, where they were just about to spend $2,500 with Meritage.
Wow.
So save them, and the agent looked like a rock star. They called me right after. They're like, holy smokes, you made me look great. She was just, we just saved her $2,500 in the price of her home.
Wow.
Just like that.
That's fantastic.
So everything can be applied. Everything's a la carte. Someone might want a Nest thermostat, to control it from their phone with the alarm, or like you got your personal home, the door lock that we can do.
Right.
So we can add and mix and match, but essentially we have an extra $300 to $350 of credit.
I know with me, I actually had cameras I had motion sensors in my house that you were able to apply the monies somewhere else, and we added an outside camera, or I think 2 outside cameras, because I had the 2 motions. So
don't let them know the deal I gave you, because I can't do that to everybody. That's
no. So as far as the 6 months, I didn't need the entire 6 months.
Right.
I'm paying the 6 months, but I use that towards other things.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
You didn't give me anything based on what you normally would provide to agent or to clients.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. Don't think that I was getting favoritism, because that's not the case. So can I ask you, so far as, everybody comes out of the woodwork so far as doing security cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've got Safe Touch, you've got these other companies. What differentiates you? What, features do you guys have that other companies maybe don't, or that you can?
We're all really on the same platform, which is powered by alarm.com.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is when we're dealing with the companies, and I handle all of your clients personally, like that. So
Sure.
when you refer someone over, and any of your clients that are watching this, I do not pass it on to a salesperson.
Right.
So when I deal with them directly, your client, I'm not paying a $500 commission to the sales guys.
Wow.
So because of that, I can give more equipment. So
That makes sense.
if you were, for what you had at your house, you just called up and said, hey, I need 2 outdoor cameras, this, you would have probably paid over $1,000 for the installation. Just going on ADT.com, you would have paid that.
Gotcha.
I did it for free. So really, we are all on pretty much the same platform. The difference, what separates me from everyone is I cut out that middleman, and we have the real estate credit. So it's about $1,000 difference from just picking up the phone and calling these companies. People are going to pay. They're going to charge you for these cameras, where we do it for free.
And you do put in the top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the keypad. I mean, it's all digital. I mean, it looks like.
It's like an iPad on the wall. So everything that we do is top notch. Most of these companies are going to give you the entry level. The analog, antiquated 1988 keypad, where we do standard color touchscreen, 7-inch, beautiful. I mean, just a sleek iPad looking keypad on the wall, and that comes standard with each system.
Right.
The 2 outdoor cameras, or if people do one indoor, we can flip flop those around. We have the doorbell camera that a lot of people get and like that a lot. One thing I will say about the doorbell, because I know we're going to talk about different features. The reason that we do the 2 cameras is because when you get the doorbell, you got to have something in the back of the house, because the Ring has sold 30 million units. Every single bad person out there, a bad guy, they drive up, they can see that Ring doorbell from the street. They're just going to go right around to the back of the house. Right. So that's why we always incorporate that second camera, just in case that were to happen.
Makes sense. Absolutely. So, what are some of the newest smart home features that ADT is offering?
Full automation of the house. So just for instance, when I go to bed at night, I just arm it in the stay mode. If my garage is not closed, it will close. My front door lock will turn over. My AC will go down to 73 degrees. The lights downstairs will turn off. That automatically happens within like 2 or 3 seconds when I press that button. Now it's how you configure it, how you want that to happen. But
so wait, do you have to have like smart light bulbs and stuff like that in your
to do the lighting, yes, you have to have a Z-Wave power light bulb,
okay.
Or we have modules we can plug in lamps and things like that.
Okay.
But for instance, you can set up they're called scenes, so you can set up any scene that you want. Mine is a go to bed, scene.
So when you go to bed, you don't arm it so motion's in your house? You said stay mode.
Stay mode means motion will be off, because if I get up to get water or anything, or my dog gets up, it would trip the motion.
So at the end of the day, somebody breaks in, or somebody's trying to break in, the sensors on the door
and
the windows
right.
are what's going to trigger the sound.
Correct. No burglar in their right mind is going to try to break a window at night to break in your home, because you're going to shoot them. So not you, but the person, they're going to come in and try to pry a window,
right.
or jimmy a door to come in the house.
Gotcha.
So that's why the motion's off at night. Now, I do have glass break detectors available, so if you were really worried about that, we could have a glass break detector in the house that would cover the acoustic of that being broken.
Now, for all of these features and things like that, is that an additional? Is it, if we bring you a client and they want that would be additional to what you would normally charge for the incentive?
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, some people already have their own cameras or don't want cameras, and they apply it to a smart home door lock like you have.
Do that.
Or a thermostat. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's what I was getting at, is the fact that that's what I did.
Yep.
I had certain things in my home that you didn't have to include, and I was able to apply the additional to something else, and you did recommend the rear camera, because I did have the Ring doorbell, and definitely made a big difference in being able to see the backyard, and then also I think we put it on the side of the house. Anyway.
And on the other part of newest stuff, we have geofencing now. So, and I have mine set up a little more elaborate than the normal person would, because I do this for a living. But you can set up perimeters around your home. So for instance, how I have it with my wife and I on our smartphones, because we have the ADT app, if both of us get within or outside of a half a mile from our home, it'll go up 1 degree in the temperature. 3 miles, 2 degrees, 5 miles, so on and so forth. And if one of us comes back in that fence, it'll start turning it back down. Same thing, I have it set up at night, so between the hours of 7 p.m. and 7 a.m., if my wife gets between I think it's a half mile of the home, certain lights will trigger on in the house. So she's not coming home to a dark house. So you can also have those lights staggered on Monday night. So if you're going on vacation, I've had customers do this. You're going on vacation. Monday night, these 2 lights are on. Tuesday night, these 2 lights are on. And it gives you a look like you're home. Same thing on the geofencing, and I only had one person do this, but it's fantastic. Their son, 17 years old, skipping school all the time. So he has the ADT alarm or the app on his phone because he needed it. So they geofenced his high school within a quarter mile. So every time he entered the high school, the quarter mile, it would text the parents, hey, Ryan is at Timber Creek High School. And then every time he would leave that, it would text him. But he had no idea it was geofenced in there. So they were getting alerted, and they knew when he was leaving school early.
Yeah, we have Life 360 on our phones. So
Yep, it's good.
Too, right?
Yep.
So that's similar. Well, not probably as similar, but so are the systems all wireless, or can you use equipment at home that already has existing systems? Because I know with my house, we had an existing box, but it didn't. You didn't use it. We ended up putting in a really fancy schmancy.
We can do either or. So a lot of homes that were pre-wired, let's just say 2006 and beyond, every door and every window are done. Right. Now, if they're working, we're going to use a wire when we can. Gotcha. So what we do is on that, we'll come in, we'll change out the keypad to the touchscreen like you have. We go into the master closet where that panel is, tie all the wires in, and then just pretty much give it a full-blown upgrade.
Gotcha.
Now, if they're not working, we'll go wireless, or if they don't have any equipment, it's all going to be wireless. So we can do either or on it.
Super. So can you tell us what the benefits are of monitoring a system through ADT or possibly doing the DIY systems?
Yep, absolutely. So ADT has 7 national monitoring stations. No other company has more than 1. So you look at Safe Touch, they're based out of Jacksonville, which is a hurricane zone. You got 1 monitoring station there. We have 7. So that is the biggest,
So what you mean is like you have...
If there was a natural disaster, we could reroute all the 6 other ones.
Gotcha.
So now DIY, I mean, one, you're not going to, you have to do it yourself. Hence DIY. It's not being professionally.
Is that what that means?
It's not being professionally installed by us.
Right.
2, most of those systems run over the internet. So in Florida, your Cat 5 or Cat 6 are literally just running down the side of your house.
Gotcha.
So, okay, you have a camera outside, a Nest camera. I'm just going to walk with my head down, right past it. I'm going to cut that cord. Internet's down. Security system's down. Your cameras are down.
Wow.
So our system is a cellular-based system. We put an AT&T chip in the panel, and that calls out wirelessly.
So if somebody cuts it,
even if they cut that, it's still going to work.
Gotcha.
So, and then also, even if they cut the power, which we've seen happen, one, you're going to get alerted. So right now, if you lost power, it would get cut. You got AC power loss at Rick Brown's home. You knew that power was cut. Now the alarm has a battery backup that's going to last between 48 and 72 hours. So even if they continue to break in, the alarm's going to work. It's going to trigger. It's going to send the police.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if we have any questions out there. I've seen a lot of people jumping on. If you have a question, we got about 5 more minutes that I want to ask. One question that I know a lot of people out there always want to know. I put this system in, I put this elaborate protection on my home. What does that do for my homeowner's insurance?
Depends on the company. They say you can get up to 20%. I mean, that's what all the security companies say. I usually see 10 to 15% being the average.
What do they require, or what does that look like?
After installation, we give you a certificate of installation that you provide them that says you are monitored, whether it's smoke, fire, carbon monoxide. You do get bigger discounts with when you're monitored with smoke and fire.
Okay.
But yeah, we send that right to your insurance company, and then 10 to 12%, off your policy on average.
That's huge. Right. So tell everybody out there, how can they get a hold of you, Rusty?
My direct cell phone number, again, 407-401-2582. Email Rusty at adtrusty.com, or they can just contact Rick, and Rick will get you in.
Yeah, absolutely. But so far as you going out on site, you have a team. I know that because you had somebody that came to me.
Yep.
That will come out and give a free evaluation. Yeah.
Usually, I'm going to handle that directly over the phone.
Okay.
I've done this for 15 years, and like I said, when I am handling the client directly, which I've done thousands of these, I'm not going to mess up. So I'll give you the right quote.
Right.
But the next step is when the technician arrives at the home, he's going to walk the property again, right there, and if there isn't any issues, I get on the phone and I make it right there. But I have to eliminate that salesperson so I can get everyone the extra 2 cameras that I'm providing.
Gotcha. So is there anything else you'd like to add or say to the audience out there? We've had quite a few people jump on and don't have any questions for today, but
thanks for watching. I appreciate the time.
no, absolutely. And I can't commend what you do for us. Obviously, having your own business and having a life and all that, you still have been extremely attentive to our team. And I imagine there's agents out there that will state the same. So we appreciate what you do for the Brown Home Group. And I can't thank you enough.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Who's on next week?
It's going to be Shelly with the Resolid Spaces.
Awesome. So, hey guys, you definitely want to tune in next week. We're going to have Shelly Nelson. She's with Restyle Spaces. She does staging services and will absolutely have a lot to share. She's already changed a few of my sellers when it comes to their homes. I mean, she's not bringing in furniture, but she can really see a home and find a way to really make it look a whole lot better in pictures, and then obviously when we do showings. So want to tune into that next week, 9:30, right here on the Inside Scoop with the Brown Home Group. My name is Rick Brown. This is Rusty signing off. Have a great week. Make it a great day. Super. Good stuff.